What is it you think we do here?
Kill people who need to be killed.
Welcome guys, are you ready to watch some great action with thrilling suspense sequences? Because in this video I bring you the list of top 10 best Hitman Assassin movies. But before jumping into the video, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to this channel. It will really motivate me to create more and more interesting content. And we can also grow our movie lovers community. Well, now let's jump into the list.
His purpose, to rid the world of the evil that infects it.
First, I would like to talk about number 1, Hitman, released in 2007. The IMDb rating of this movie is 6.2. This film is based on the video game series of the same name, and it follows the story of a hitman named Agent 47. He is a genetically enhanced assassin working for the International Contract Agency, known as ICA. However, his mission is to protect a Russian journalist and uncovers a conspiracy involving the creation of an army of genetically enhanced soldiers. Along the way, Agent 47 must battle various enemies, including a rival assassin and a group of mercenaries, and confront his own identity and the moral implications of his profession. Number 2, John Wick, released in 2014. And this movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 7.4. The movie focuses on the character of John Wick, who lived his life as a legendary assassin, but he changed his violent life after he discovered his love and they got married. But unfortunately his wife died and it puts John in deep mourning. However, one day a sadistic mobster Iosif Tarasov and his thugs steal John's prized car, and they also killed the puppy that was a last gift from his wife. It pushes John to go on a journey of death and he decided to take the revenge against that gang. This incident also gave him a purpose of life again. Meanwhile, Joseph's father, who was John's former colleague, puts a huge bounty on John's head because he knows how dangerous he is. Number 3, The Equalizer, released in 2014. The IMDb rating of this movie is 7.2. This film is based on the 1980s TV series of the same name. Its story follows a former Special Forces operative Robert McCall, who has faked his own death and is living a quiet life in Boston. However, when he meets Terry, a young girl who is being coerced into working for a Russian gang, McCall decides to take matters into his own hands. However, as he sets out to take down the gang and its leader, Teddy, but he must confront his own past and the guilt he feels over his previous actions. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, McCall refuses to back down and will stop at nothing to protect Terry and bring the gang to justice. The movie has 2 parts and its second part released in 2018. Number 4, The Hitman's Bodyguard, released in 2017. And this movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 6.9. This is an action comedy film about a top-ranked protection agent and a notorious hitman, who team up to transport the hitman from England to the International Court of Justice in The Hague. However, along the way, they are pursued by the dictator the hitman is set to testify against and other hired assassins. However, the two initially have a contentious relationship, but eventually form a grudging respect for each other and work together to outsmart their enemies. The movie has 2 parts and its second part released in 2021. Number 5, Run All Night, released in 2015. The IMDb rating of this movie is 6.6. This movie follows the story of a former hitman, Jimmy, who is on the run from his former boss and the police after he is forced to protect his estranged son from his former employer. However, the film takes place over the course of a single night, as Jimmy and his son try to outrun and outwit the mobs and the police while also trying to repair their strained relationship. However, as the night passes he is forced to choose between his loyalty to his family and his loyalty to the criminal organization that has defined his life. Number 6, Looper, released in 2012. And this movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 7.4. This sci-fi movie is set in a dystopian future where time travel has been invented, but is strictly controlled and only used by criminal organizations. The film follows the story of Joe, a looper who works for one of these criminal organizations, killing people who are sent back in time to be disposed of. However, things become complicated when Joe's future self is sent back in time to be killed. Despite being instructed to carry out the hit, Joe is hesitant to kill his older self and he decides to help him escape. As the two men work together to evade their pursuers, they are forced to confront their own pasts and the choices that have led them to this point. Number 7, Collateral, released in 2004. The IMDb rating of this movie is 7.5. This movie follows the story of a professional hitman, Vincent, and a taxi driver, Max, who becomes caught up in Vincent's plans. This film takes place over the course of a single night in Los Angeles, as Vincent hires Max to drive him around the city while he carries out a series of contract killings. As they travel from one location to the next, Vincent reveals his true profession to Max and threatens to kill him if he doesn't cooperate. However, as the night passes, Max becomes increasingly desperate to escape Vincent's grasp and finds himself drawn into a web of violence and intrigue. Number 8. The Mechanic, released in 2011. And this movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 6.5. This film is about a hitman named Arthur Bishop, who specializes in making his hits look like accidents. However, when his mentor and close friend Harry is killed, Bishop is tasked with carrying out Harry's last request, to train Harry's son Steve in the ways of the trade. However, as he agrees to mentor Steve and teach him the skills he needs to become a successful hitman, Bishop and Steve develop a close bond and Bishop begins to see Steve as a surrogate son. However, their relationship is tested when Steve's loyalties are put to the test and he is forced to choose between his loyalty to Bishop and his own sense of justice. Number 9. Nobody, released in 2021. The IMDb rating of this movie is 7.4. The plot of the movie revolves around the character Hutch Mansell, an underestimated and overlooked dad and husband who finds his life changed when a few thieves break into his house, which triggers dormant instincts and propels him on a brutal path that will surface dark secrets and lethal skills. While trying to punish the thieves, he ends up earning the wrath of a crime lord, Julian, after he attacks his brother, and now he has to ensure that he will never be underestimated as a nobody again. And on very last, number 10, Bullet Train, released in 2022. And this movie ranks on the IMDb with rating of 7.3. This movie mainly focuses on the character of an unlucky assassin Ladybug, who is determined to do his job peacefully because his last few gigs have gone off the rails. However, his fate may have other plans as his latest mission puts him on a collision course with lethal adversaries from around the globe and all with connected yet conflicting objectives. Well, it all happens on the world's fastest train. The movie is full of action comedy and lots of cool stunts. A must-watch movie, don't miss it. Now viewers, here are a few bonus movies to watch on this topic. American Assassin, released in 2017.
What is it you think we do here?
Kill people who need to be killed.
Equilibrium, released in 2002. Wanted, released in 2008.
Fraternity has trained assassins for thousands of years. You'll be given every take control of your own destiny.
So friends, this was the whole list of movies. I hope you enjoyed it and are excited for watching the movies you have not watched yet. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit the like button and share it with your friends. Leave the comment below and share your thoughts on this video, and let me know your favorite one. And also please subscribe to this YouTube channel for more interesting content like this. Stay strong and see you in the next video.
Elon wants to see at their door because it meant you didn't have long to live.